Hari Om. Let's start with the prayer. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanora Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Ameva Mata Cha Pitattvameva Tameva bandhusya sakattvameva Tameva vidya dravidam tameva Tameva sarvam mamadeva deva Tameva sarvam gurudeva deva. Hari Om. My throat is a little bit. Okay, let's start. We are doing the sloka 129. Let's chant that. Nasada asid vibhatatvat Nasada asid vibhatatvat Nasada sitcha bhadanat Nasada sitcha bhadanat Vidya drushtya srutam tucham Vidya drushtya srutam tucham Tasya nitya nivruttitaha Tasya nitya nivruttitaha. Together. Nasada asid vibhatatvat Nasada sitcha bhadanat Nasada sitcha bhadanat Vidya drushtya srutam tucham Tasya nitya nivruttitaha. So the Nasadi sloka, because scripture itself says this. So asatna. So does it exist? No, it doesn't. There's no non-existence. It's not really. So asatna. It is not non-existent because it's experience. Is ring exists or not? You cannot say it doesn't exist because you experience and there's a utility, experienceability, utility, transactability, all abilities, all entities are coming from because it is there. Therefore, just as the ring it's not non-existent, same way everything is really is a tree existing or not? Of course it's existing. Is the food existing? Of course this food is different from that food and this garbage is different from that garbage. So all those things are only at the nama rupatmakam jagat. It's only names, nama and rupa. Rupa is the attributes, name. What about substance? There is no real substance there. That's why the world is defined by scriptures as nama rupatmakam jagat. There is no real object anywhere because Brahman is only the cause for it. So does it exist? You cannot say it does not exist because it experience. Asit. It is there. So vibhatatvat. So because it is experience, therefore you say it is exists. Sat existence now, and it also you can say, is it existence itself? Is it the fundamental existence? It's only temporarily as though existing for transactions, but the truth is it's not there. Is really ring existing? So how do you define? We said what is the truth is that which remains all the time. So trikala abhaditam. So never, it is only temporarily experiencing, just like a dream world. Is a dream world real or not? Dream world is not real when you get up in the morning. But as a dreamer, the tiger that was chasing you was real. That's why you're running away. Hey, this is only dream. Don't say you forget about it. Let me save myself. So first you want to get out of it. And the process, if you fall down and get up from the bed, and then you realize that the tiger was only an imagination in the mind. So it's imagination, but as long as it is valid, and that's what the Vaitatya Prakarana in the Gaudapada Karika is, where it is experienceability, transactability, perceptibility, all are not a basis for proving it is real. So what is proof that which remains the same Nityatvam is only a basis for Satyatvam. So therefore, this is a Vidya drushtya srutam tucham. Because from the experience point it is there, but it is not really there. And so it's called the tucham. It is meaningless to claim that just on the basis of experience it is real. As per the vision of the scriptures, it's called tucham. It is meaningless. And That's why Sutam says it is neither is exist nor it cannot exist, and that is anirvachaniya rupa. So the Satya, what is that sloka? Sannapya sannau ubhayatmikano bhinnapya bhinnau ubhayatmikano Sangapya nanga ubhayatmikano Mahat anirvachaniya rupa. The Maya is defined here. It says Sannapya sannau ubhayatmikano. Does it say is it exists? You cannot say that. Does it say it doesn't exist? It exists enough to experience. Can you say it exists and now doesn't exist? It says you cannot say it. There's a contradiction in time. So you cannot say it exists, you cannot say it doesn't exist, you cannot say it exists and non-existence, and that's essentially the cannot be said. And bhinnapya bhinna ubhayatmikano. It can be, is it divisible? Yes, it is. Is it really divisible? From the point of pure existence, it's not. So you cannot say either way, because either way is, or both is a contradiction. And therefore, and Sangapyananga Ubhayatmikano. Does it have parts? Yes, it looks like parts. Even a ring has a top part, bottom part, inside part, outside part. Everything has a parts only, but it's limited. Anything that is finite has the problem. Anything that is infinite, infinite is without any of these, and that is what Nityam, Satyam, Brahman only. Infinite is Brahman. And therefore, Vidya, from experience point, it seems to be, therefore, Shruti calls it Tucham. It's meaningless to claim the reality just because it's experience. And Shruti says so. So that's what is essentially what you are in, that is a Tasya is Maya, Nitya Nivrutyatiha. So therefore it is, appears to be there but not really there, and that is the nature of Maya itself. And that's how the Shankaracharya defines in the Viveka Chodamani, using this, the Nasadi Sita Upanishad statement. Okay, 130 now. Tuchha nirvachaniyacha, Tuchha nirvachaniyacha, Vastavi chetya sautridha, Vastavi chetya sautridha, Nyaya maya trivir bodhaihi, Nyaya maya trivir bodhaihi, Sutayuktaika laukikaihi, Sutayuktaika laukikaihi. Together, Tuchha nirvachaniyacha, Vastavi chetya sautridha, Gneya mayati bodhaihi, Srutiyauktika laukikaihi. So, asau Maya, this Maya, Sruti, Yukti, Yuktika and Laukikaihi. So you have to use all the three sources to prove the existence of the Maya. One is the Shruti. Shruti says the Maya is there, but you cannot really can define it. Yukti, you are experiencing it, therefore logically you cannot contradict it. At the same time, logically it's not there also. Laukikaihi, therefore it is a Laukika. Experientially, people experience Maya, and therefore use that as a basis for the understanding. Is the dream world real? Dream world real? Who says it's not real? Waker says it's not real, not the dreamer. For a while you are in a dream, for a dreamer the dream is real. And that's why it says the reality is different with reference to a reference state. For him that is real for that. The one who sees a snake there, it's real for him, even though it may be rope. But he sees a snake, and because of that he has a real problem, and his heart is pumping, his blood pressure went up. All those things are real effects there. So even if you say false, then how can false give you real effect? That's because for him that is a real. So reality is in the reference to, the reference state. But absolute reality is independent of reference, and that's only Brahman, infinite, alone is the real, and everything else becomes a part of the Maya only. So asau Maya, Shruti, Yukti. So you have to use the Shruti statement And yukti, I can interpret Shruti. Okay, use logic also to support it. And also anubhavam. See, experience of the people. Maya is so difficult to cross, and that's what everybody's claim is. And this is all Maya only. Anything that you cannot explain, this is all Maya. And that is essentially Laukikam. And as per Shruti, Yukti, Anubhavam, and the Trivi Bodhaihi, in these three ways, the Maya has to be known. Tucha, meaningless cha, anirvachaniya cha. It is that which is meaning, which is therefore you cannot really nirvachanam. You cannot really define what exactly is. And it is therefore, we said the sloka, sannapya sanno ubhayatmikano, bhinnapya bhinno ubhayatmikano, sangapya nango ubhayatmikano, anirvachaniya rupa. It is of the nature of inexplicable. It is there, it is not there. It is describable, it is not describable. It is experienced, but it is not fundamentally there. So all these things are all part of anirvachaniya rupa. So it is not easily explainable, and that is the nature of Maya itself. So don't try to explain logically and try to say, because this says it is anirvachaniyam. So you have to use the experience as the basis. Asya sattvam asatvam cha, asya sattvam asatvam cha, jagato darshayat asau, jagato darshayat asau, prasaranatcha sankochat, pracharanatcha sankocha, atha chitrapatasthatha, together, asya sattvam asatvam cha, jagato darshayat asau, prasaranatcha sankochat, atha chitrapatasthatha. So yatha, just as chitrapataha, so he's giving an example here. Chitrapataha, the drawing on the canvas, which was how they started explaining the whole scripture itself, and that whole world is projected as a picture on the canvas, and prasaranat, by unrolling and rolling, you can fold the whole Jagat, and you can again create it, again fold it, again create it. But it is seen, but it's not seen when you roll it. Same way, Jagat is also, when I am in the waking state, I project like a Chitrapadam. The whole thing is rolled out. The waking world is rolled out, and the dream world is folded. And the deep sleep state, the world is folded. And when I go to the dream state, the waking Chitrapatam, waking canvas is closed, and there is a new canvas. All that dream world is projected. And when it's rolled, and both of these things are rolled, I am into a deep sleep world where I am there, but no knowledge of anything there, but experience of the absence of the subject-object reality is there. Because I say, I don't know anything. Anything means the reality, knowledge, pramanas are not operating in that range. So only I can use an inference based on what my experience is. So I experience deep sleep state where there is no time, there is no space, I am there. So I am beyond time and space. And what is your size? What do you mean size? There is no measure of, because space itself is not there. I am beyond even space, and that is in fact is that pervades even the space also, and that is real satyam. So asatya satyam. So by rolling the chitrapatam, the canvas drawing, the whole creation is projected, and by rolling it, it is disappearing, unrolling it is appearing. So it is there, but it is not there anymore. Same way, this Maya unfolding and enfolding happens during the waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. Asya jagataha, of this world, sattvam, a presence, darsayati, reveals, cha asatvam, also its absence is revealed by folding and unfolding. So it is both Sat and Asat, and at the same time it is neither really Sat nor Asat also. So by folding, opening it, the Sattvam, the existence of the world is seen. asatvantra hi mayasya, asvatantra hi mayasya, apratir vinachitam, tad swatatantrapi tathaiva syat, swatantrapi tathaiva syat, asangasyanyadha krute, asvatantra hi mayasya, apratitir vinachitam, swatantrapi tathaiva syat, asangasyanyadha krute. So, is it Sat or Asyat? Here he is giving more details. Chitim bina, without the presence of the consciousness there, apratite, it cannot manifest. Maya cannot manifest without the support of this existence. So the world has to is supported by, it's called adhishtanam, is superimposed on something which is really real. So without the reality supporting it, this folding unfolding cannot be there. So what's the reality that is in the deep sleep state? I am the reality, and when it folds in, it is projected on I am only. So that's what is the mantra 7 of the Mandukya Upanishad talks about. This is essentially on that aspect. So it is essentially the for folding and unfolding, there has to be canvas there. So the world is there, world is not there, is supported by the canvas, and without the canvas there is no painting. So canvas itself becomes the satyam, and the other one is only a superimposition. If not this picture, some other picture, and so on. Pictures can change, but canvas remains the same. Same way, so aswatantra, it doesn't have the independent existence. Swatantra means independent existence. Aswatantra hi maya syat. That is indeed the nature of maya. Without the support of chit, it cannot exist. Chitam vina, without the support of consciousness. Consciousness means consciousness, existence, and ananta, Satchidananda. Without the support of Brahman, Maya cannot exist. And apratiti, Maya hi aswatantra, and so this Maya is therefore aswatantra is dependent on syat tatha. Similarly, asangasya, the untouched self, this unattached self, anyadha krute, making it appear of the other kind, that is that sangatvam, the one which is the unattached, this existent self which is unattached, makes it as though attached, that is Maya. So this is essentially how we define Maya is asangasya, the nature of the unattached nature of the self, anyadha krute, making appear as though swatantra, independent, abhi also, that which is independent of the as though appears, but if the Maya is depends on it and depends upon the self as the basis for it or projection. So here is going to talk about how Maya depends on Kutastha Chaitanyam, and Asanga Atma is going to be discussed more in the 133. Kutastha Sangamatmanam, Kutastha Sangamatmanam, Jagatvaina Karoti Sa, Jagatvaina Karoti Sa, Chidabhasa Swarupena, Chidabhasa Swarupena, Jiveshavapi Nirmame, Jiveshavapi Nirmame. Together, Kutastha Sangamatmanam, Jagatvena Karoti Sa, Chidabhasa Swarupena, Jiveshavapi Nirmame. So how is this is now coming into the close analysis now. Sa means Sa Maya, that Maya, Kutastha Asangam Atmanam. So this Kutastha Chaitanyam, which is Asangam and which is Atma, which is the same as self, this Kutastha Chaitanya that we talked about before, that which is the bottom line, that is Satchidananda Swarupam Brahman, as though appearing as in this form, that formless form that supports every form, that Kutastham, Asanga Atmanam, that which is unattached because there is nothing else to get attached, because it's being infinite, and that is of the nature of the self also, Atmanam, Kutastham, that Kutastha Chaitanya, Jagatvina Chaitanyam, Jagatvinam. So in the form of the world, Karoti, it makes appear. So this Maya makes the Kutastha Chaitanyam, that is Brahman, into appearing into many of the world itself. The whole world is created from that, as though. How? The scripture says, Tasmat va etasmat atmana akasha sambhutaha akashat vayu agnihi agne apaha abjat pruthivi prithivya oshadayaha oshadinbhyonnam annat purusha. Like that, one by one, whole world is projected. All the Panchabhutas and the oshadayaha, and the plant kingdom, and from there the animal kingdom. So therefore that's how the creation, and that's how, what makes it? Maya. So here he defining that which is infinite appears to be finite things. That in itself is Maya. If there is no creation, creation cannot come from Brahman. So even though we say Brahman created the whole universe, fact is Brahman cannot create anything. Why? Brahman is infinite. Infinite cannot undergo any modification itself, and therefore there cannot be any creation. But apparent creation, and apparent becomes a real, appears to be real also, that's Maya. Therefore first thing is Kutastha Chaitanya creates the whole world of 14. So galaxies and galaxies and galaxies, vastness of the, even this world that you see. Now this is only one loka. There is a 14 lokas according to our scriptures, and this Brahmandam is not Akilanda Koti Brahmana. There are millions of these things, and that's what essentially the scriptural statement is. And all that is coming from that which is cannot be divided, appears to be divided. That which cannot become anything else appears to become something, and that is what is called Maya. So Maya, because by Maya, is a deduction that there is causing by Maya, because that which cannot impossible is becoming possible, and that's what is we call it a Maya Shakti. That unattached Kutastha Chaitanyam, Jagatvina, in the form of the world, is projected. Karoti, it makes it, the whole world is created. So that's what Krishna says, Mayadhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sachara Acharam. So Chara Acharam, the movables and immovables, all are created. So immovable is all the world. Movable is the Jivas in that world. So Jiva and Jagat both are created by me, Paramatma. So therefore, first thing is, world is created. Karoti. And Chidabhasa Swarupena, by conditioned consciousness, Jiva is also created. So what is the Jiva? Jiva is when the all-pervading consciousness, when reflects in the subtle material. So where does the subtle material come? Part of the Maya only. So how is the creation? Creation is explained first from the Brahman, the Atma, Akashas, and so Panchabhutas in a subtle form or form first. So that subtle forms is the basis for reflection of the consciousness, because in the subtle material, the consciousness can reflect. And how did the gross form? Gross form, what is called Panchikaranam, where each subtle Akasha, Vayu, Agni, the five divides into 4 parts, and each one part joins with the other one and forming again the complete, and that is called grossification. and that becomes a matter, and that is using that you create the whole world. And on what basis you're going to tell later by the vasanas. So this is essentially how the world comes into picture, and subtle material also come to picture. And using subtle material, reflection in the subtle is a jiva. Local reflection in the local mind, local subtle material, because it's already divided into many, and all division is a part of the Maya only, and there the reflection of the consciousness is the basis, and that's called a jiva. And now that's all. Jiva is Chidabhasa Swarupena, Jive and Isha also. Ishvara is also reflected consciousness only. In the reflected consciousness where? Reflected consciousness in the total mind. So all the minds put together constitute the total mind, and the reflection on the total buddhi, you can call it. So in the reflection in that subtle material of the totality is Ishvara, and in the locality, when you talk about reflection of the local buddhi, then it's called Jiva. So Jiva, Jagat, first Jagat form, and Jiva Ishvara all form part of it as reflections in the consciousness of subtle material, and that's what is a Chidabhasa Swarupena Jiveshau Jiva Ishaha Api Nirmame. That's how the things are created, all that part. So is Maya created? Is Ishvara Shakti, or is it the Ishvara is also part of Maya? So this is where the individual internal dependence is called the cyclic dependence, and that comes because Ishvara himself is due to Maya a projection of the total Brahman, of the Kutastha Chaitanyam in the total mind is Maya. So there has to be total mind. How did it come? By Maya only. So Maya creates the total mind. In the total the projection of the total reflection, and the total reflection is called Ishvara. So Ishvara appears to be a product of the Maya. But Ishvara uses Maya and as his Parameshvara Shakti. So it's a circular definition called Chakradosham. But Chakradosham cannot be avoided because you're trying to explain which is inexplicable. So Chakradosham is this depends upon that, and that depends on this. So how did the tree come into picture? From the seed. How the seed comes into picture? From the tree. How the tree comes from picture? Seed. Which came first? So can you answer that question? I cannot answer because this is a cyclic process. Same way creation is a cyclic process. So it is the continuously Janma Mrityu, not Janma Mrityu. This is the creation, sustenance and annihilation. That is Janma just. So the Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, Srishti, Sthiti, this goes on. So since it is a cycle, you cannot say when it started. So it's a beginningless. So it's Anadi. But the cycle can end only when I realize that the whole thing is Maya. So understood that is only an appearance, but reality is, the truth is, it doesn't go any creation, and that becomes the truth. So here he defined the Ishvara, Jiva and Jagat, starting from the Kutastha Chaitanya. Because of Maya, all the three are created. So you have Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, divisions in the Brahman which cannot be divided because it is a homogeneous, existent consciousness, infinite. Infinite cannot have parts. So here you are making a parts. So it's called apparent parts. Just as I am creating the whole universe sitting in the dark room, lying down on the air-conditioned room, and I create the whole beautiful forest, and there is a sun up there, and the rivers and the valleys, everything. Where are they? It's only in my mind. But I don't say it's in my mind when I'm a dreamer. They are all real. So depends upon the reference state, and all that is part of the Maya itself. So Maya makes Ishvara, Jagat, and the Ishvara Jivas also. All that part of the nine, all the 9 yards are within the Maya. And when you transcend the Maya, that's how do you transcend the Maya? Krishna says, Daivi Mesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Durati. It's very difficult to cross, because any crossing is also part of the Maya. So I had to transcend using the very Maya to go beyond the Maya. It's a little difficult, but he says by surrendering. What is surrendering? All your confusion, because Maya comes only by confusion. The very surrendering itself is transcendence of the Maya. And that's what in fact Krishna implies according to the Advaita. With this we stop here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Amma, Andarka. Okay. Already dentist appointment iruku.